Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Onslaught's deep dive just went live and I must say he definitely does look very exciting. Obviously this is a very early look at Onslaught, therefore we cannot jump to any final conclusions. A lot of this will still depend on exactly how he matches up against specific champions, on the actual numbers, because deep dive numbers can never really be trusted because we don't know whether the fights are with any specific nodes or damage multipliers, or whether there are boosts or whatever mastery setups are being used, and all that other stuff. What I'm trying to say is don't get overhyped, but I'm definitely hyped. And he looks very scary on defense and also very decent and practical offensively. So let's break him down, I guess. He will have access to neuroshocks. And the thing about his neuroshocks is you will be able to stack up quite a few of them and pause them and keep them paused a lot. And then on top of it all, you can't really escape them fighting against him as well, because there's about 50% chance when either player hits each other for neuroshock to be applied, and then you can purify them similar to how you can with Toad. But the big difference is they will be passives, you can't willpower heal from it, and nobody's really immune to neuroshock, is there? So, as a defender, he's almost certain, almost guaranteed to do damage to you, basically. Or stall you a great deal. He will also have access to degen and organic magnetism, which is also going to be quite annoying because that will reduce your combat power rate. And also daunted debuffs, which will increase his special attack damage. And also presumably debuff damage that he does during special attacks. And here's the kicker. Many of those abilities activate through block, and he also has reverse controls on level 2. And he uses less powers on level 1. And he really does seem like an annoying champion. So, let's start breaking him down. First light and first medium attacks do not make contact with the opponent. This is massive in itself, which means, again, you can freely run in Korg, you don't need to worry about damage being reflected from that. You can use medium light combos freely against Atuma, you will not take damage back from that. You can use him, I don't know, against Electro or similar type of nodes. This is super helpful. Additionally, this makes him harder as a defender, because you can't parry him. It can be almost impossible to parry him. Because it's not just the first medium, it's also the first light. Typically, when you reparry a champion, like medium, and then you reparry the light, if the light is non-contact, then he's going to be basically, all but impossible to parry. So incoming bleed, incinerate, and shock potency is reduced by 150%. Basically, he takes no bleed, shock, or incinerate damage. Which, is going to be a problem, for instance, for Nimrod, right? And quite a few other champions. So that's also to be noted. Onslaught's debuffs gain 50% increased ability accuracy against skill champions. That is so he doesn't really get bothered too much by stuff like Mantis's neutralize. And then also, if a personal debuff or the stun from the parry mastery is purified or prevented due to debuff immunity, reinflict the debuff as a passive with double potency. So that's fun. So none of the purification abilities will really work. Cool. I mean, this one little tiny bit of his abilities already gives us a ton of potential. Obviously, it's not enough to conclude that he's going to be a great champion, but this absolutely is enough to say that if the rest of the stuff holds up, this alone makes him very strong. Because he effectively is triple immune. He already has the non-contact attacks and medium lights, and also he punishes the purifiers, and that's already a lot. But wait, there's more, right? He will have the daunted passives, which we're gonna discuss momentarily. Here we can see that even though Taskmaster goes debuff immune, he's just putting on whatever passives he wants on him and parrying him as normal. And additionally, when the opponent's combo meter passes a multiple of 10, gain a non-stacking crash charge. When starting an attack, consume the charge and inflict a crash debuff for 3 seconds. When struck by special attack, the crush charge is removed. If you don't know what crush does, it basically lets you be unblockable whilst opponent's blocking. So this is going to be very, very fun when fighting against. This is clearly a defensive ability, because normally offensively you're not going to have opponent cross the combo meter by multiples of 10. So if you're going to be hitting him after 2 full combos, it's going to be kind of similar to Morbius's glide attack, basically. Additionally, obviously, if he activates a special attack, and if you ever push him to level 2, you will naturally, most people will naturally instinctively block that, because it's reverse controlled, and you will quickly realize that you cannot block it if he has the crush debuff active. So there's already a lot of defensive threat there as well. So Daunted. When either champion well-timed blocks, inflict an indefinite Daunted debuff with 15% potency. So here we can see the Daunted. So what do Daunteds do? Increase all damage taken during special attacks by the given potency. In order to avoid this, you cannot parry him. But okay, so you can parry him. I believe it also disables willpower, or the neuroshocks do. Either the Daunted or the neuroshocks, because everybody would be cheeky. I'm gonna parry Onslaught once, get that debuff on me, and then heal from the willpower. Nope. Fighting again. Man, this is kind of funny how horrible he sounds like. I'm absolutely terrified. Like, I'm not joking, I'm genuinely terrified of this guy or fighting against this guy. I'm sure we're gonna find some decent counters, but this is gonna be one more of those things where, think about it. Okay, anyways, listen, Lyndall, listen. If you hit him, you get neuroshocks on you, passives. So you will be taking some damage. Not a massive neuroshock damage, but still, chips, and it will add up. And then, if either champion ever parries, and let's say your willpower gets removed, there's no real good way for you to heal that back up. And then all the block damage and everything else all of a sudden is so much more dangerous. So that's fun. That's definitely fun. There's like, okay, so you get basically mandatory dot, no willpower healing. You get reverse control specials. He will also be occasionally unblockable. He will use less power on his level 1s. There are abilities that he will inflict some degens and stuff through block as well, just in case you were wondering. Like, dude, stop it. We're already dead, okay? We're already dead. But this looks terrifying. He's going to have that organic magnetism as well, which I'm sure that we're going to get to be explained at some point. Here we can see that, he's getting hit by Shuri, right? But he's getting, he's applying neuroshocks to Shuri by getting hit, and Shuri's losing health. Also, if he is bled, shocked, or incinerated, he will put these neuroshocks on the opponent every single second. Which means there will be a fairly large amount of champions that will effectively just go suicide against him and will be completely unusable. Like Shuri, for instance. You cannot not shock the opponent with Shuri, and when you do, you're just gonna get, infinite neuroshocks placed on you. So that's fun. That's gonna be interesting. So he seems like he will destroy all of the skill class and most, if not all, of the tech class, and then a whole bunch of other random fools. And that sounds quite fun. And yeah, he has this organic magnetism, where we can see reduces ability accuracy and combat power rate by given potency. Also fun, So you're gonna be fighting against him. You're gonna be organically magnetized, and then you're not gonna gain any power. Like, that's one of the most annoying things fighting Red Goblin, the fact that he messes with your combat power rate. It's gonna be rough. It's definitely gonna be rough. And here we can see that during his level 2s, you get delirium on opponent, which means reverse controls. And his degens get applied through block on his first hit as well. And it sounds very, very fun. to basically level 1, inflicts a bunch of neuro shocks and a few more bits. Then your level 2 converts them in degens up to 20. Your heavy attacks pause all of that shenanigan, by the way. And if you activate your heavy attack whilst the opponent isn't stunned, the pause is longer. And also special 3, inflict a stun passive for 3 seconds. It costs less power, inflict 20 neuroshock passives, and refresh all existing stacks. It sounds fun. It sounds very, very, very fun. He's absolutely wrecking these fools. And here you have the SIG ability. Onslaught can block unblockable special attacks from skilled champions when awakened. Obviously, it's also nice and helpful. Daunted potency is increased by 33% as well. So it means your special attacks do more damage. And for each non-damaging debuff or personal non-damaging passive on the opponent, Onslaught special attacks gain more block penetration, which is obviously going to be incredibly fun fighting against Onslaught. Like, not bad enough that you already get degen through block, you're also going to be taking a ton of, block damage. So, he looks very, very potent as a champion. I'm not gonna lie. That's it. Like, I'm just giving my honest opinion. You guys know me by now that I'm not getting like hype for like every new champion, stuff like that. But this guy looks dangerous, both offensively and defensively. Not only he looks dangerous, he looks a bit silly. As in, like, how much of a nightmare fuel Kabam wants to throw at us. And it's a lot. And here we can see like a rotation. So this is 122k PI kingpin. Again, obviously we can't really judge the numbers from the deep dive. We can see the rotations and stuff like that. But here we can see him basically pausing all of his neuroshocks. Neuroshocks getting applied consistently. Is daunted getting applied. He doesn't care if anything gets purified. He's applying his organic magnetisms as well. And here he activated his level 1. Obviously, we can see that he didn't use all that much power. He's going for another level 1 to apply all of that. Organic magnetism max stacks is 8, so he has reached that basically. He has basically the 10 downteds. And now he activates all. And look at those numbers. So he does definitely seem like a defensively focused champion, but his offensive potential is definitely nothing to be scoffed at as well, because it does look quite potent. And that said, obviously he still needs to arrive in the game. We still need to playtest him, see how he connects. But realistically, it kind of smells like a photon situation where champion is a nightmare fuel on defense and also extremely capable on offense. That's how it smells to me. Don't want to, overhype a champion, and, it still can work out that he's not all what he's cooked out to be. Absolutely. You always need to be a bit cautious with new champions being released. But, fuck me, he looks fucking awful and amazing at the same time. As in, like, awful to fight and amazing to use. Yeah, no. Nope. He definitely looks like an Onslaught, alright. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, I'm quite impressed. See you soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about